hope everybody is ready for Christmas. Alex is dropping his phone.
Now they know I'm here.
I couldn't find that name, but you have 4 devices and 5 contacts you can drop in on. Echo Den, Echo Guest.
Alexa, stop! I think we're live because I hear us. Okay, sorry guys. I forgot how to switch cameras. I got this. Hello! Hello, everybody. Why did you start with that sound? That just come out of my mouth.
Merry Christmas Eve, Eve.
Yes, Merry Christmas Eve, Eve. So we won't have a video tomorrow on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. But we do today. And we will on New Year's Day and New Year's Eve. I'm not going to skip out on those. I understand if you can't make it, it's okay. You can always watch later.
Click on chat over here.
And hi, I'm Melody Lane. Welcome to my channel. If you have a Cricut, you need to subscribe. Yeah. If you don't, and you're interested in learning, you should subscribe. Or if you just like to have fun, subscribe. And this is Alex. Mm-hmm. He's my son. Guys. He also has a couple of YouTube channels, Beard Adventures and Crafting with Beard Adventures. Okay, so today we're making these boxes.
She's making these boxes.
He is not. And my dog is scratching his bed. So this one has a monogram on it. So I'm going to show you how to change the monogram because, of course, unless your name is M or you're making it for somebody with a name M, you probably don't want that one.
Your name's not M.
But what I was thinking after I made this would be so pretty if you foiled it with the Cricut foiling tool. That would be so pretty foiled. So I want you guys to make one and foil it, and I want to see it. And I have lots of these made. We'll go right over here and show them to you. And we're going to put one together. We're going to put together the poinsettia that I have on one of them. And then I'll show you how to do this in Design Space. And right now, let's do this. Here's a shout out to a few of the people who support this channel on Patreon. Lynn, Georgianne, Sandy, Candy, Amanda, Connie, Carol, Judy, Michelle, Peggy, Ronelle, Maria, Diane, Donna, Claire, Rebecca, Julie, Robin, Maria, Roxanne, Marilyn, Marta, Linda, Jenny, Melinda, Cynthia, Amber, Vicky, Latasha, Pat, Lori, Sandra, Pamela, Tammy, Kristen, Mary, Barbara, Dana, Joanne, Crystal, Sandy, Pamela, Valerie, Teresa, and Deborah. And a huge thank you to my VIPs. Somebody asked, can you use the Joy to foil? And with the app, you can on the Joy, but you can't score on the Joy. So these you wouldn't be able to do on the Joy. I also wanted to say you get these files and more than 1,000 more Cricut Design Space files. These are not SVGs. I did design these in Design Space out of free shapes. So they're all out of free shapes except for the box itself is free shapes. But like these roses cut into them, the monogram, those are all like 99 cents each if you don't have access. If you have access, you have nothing to worry about. But if you just want to make the box itself, it's completely free.
Free! F-R-E-E.
You took your hat off.
Yeah, it's way too small. It was like hurting my head.
All right, I want to show you guys where to get this project. You go to melodylaneinspired.com if you are a supporter. If you're not a supporter, you can click on Start Here. You can view a few of the projects. I have not updated these projects. There are not 1,000 of them in here. There's only 61 pages here. There's almost 100 in the actual ones. But you can click here, Become a Supporter. These all take you to patreon.com/Melody Lane, and it's only $2 to get all of the projects. And when you, I'm going to refresh this because I want to show you when you click on supporter projects. Sue, thank you for this. What's that called?
You got me thinking shout out now.
I know.
The sticker?
No.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, my brain.
It's
Thank you for the $5, Sue.
sticker.
But super chat.
Super
oh,
chat.
That's what it's called.
Super chat.
Okay, so when you have the password that I give you, that you can find at patreon.com/MelodyLane, it's at the top. If you are a supporter of my channel, when you click join underneath, you have to support at $4.99 in order to get the password. So you can click that, put in the password, and it will say guest area. There is no reason to sign into this website. It will say guest. So don't worry about signing into this page. To find these, they are under new. They are also under different things. Like there's a few under Christmas, under birthday, under Mother's Day, like all occasions, because you can use these for anything. They are also under boxes. But I have a lot of boxes. I have 5 pages of boxes. These are my favorite. They're completely glued shut until you rip this off all the way around. Okay, back to what we're doing today.
The perforated.
Yeah. All you have to do is type in hex and you will get all of the boxes. We're going to make a box
Yeah, I was
covered
gonna
in
say.
that.
I was just gonna say that.
For Father's Day, I'm going to work on that to cover the entire box with veneer so it looks like a wooden box. I have so many ideas overflowing in my head for these boxes. Okay.
You should do the top with that. Or
Yeah.
put leather somewhere on there too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to open this. To open the design, all you have to do is open. You do not download anything.
Unless you don't have Cricut Design Space downloaded.
Yeah. And then you click open again. And then it opens like this, but I already have it open. And then you can click customize or make it. You most likely want to customize. Unless you want the M on there, then you could just click make it. Those are the images that I used for this project. We're going to move that out of the way. So here it is. I want you to see this all comes together. This is all attached. It's not grouped because we don't see an ungroup up here. So if we want to, oh, I was going to do this at the end, but I'll just do it now. If we want to change the M on here, we have to go to detach. Now we have this open. If you want to do the same monogram but a different letter, go up here to the top where it says pen, right click and go to image info and go to view image set. This is a set by Heather Roberts. And then you can, you could even put a number on there if you wanted.
It's weird that it's not in alphabetical order.
Yeah. You can do this to find the letter.
There's only 36, so.
Yeah, it's faster to scroll it, I think. Oh.
No, it took you
No,
out.
it didn't do that. It usually does.
Well,
You
maybe
should be
because.
able to search inside it.
Well,
Anyway, to find it, you just click on it, and then you would add your letter in, size it to fit between these cuts, and Sherry doesn't know what a foiling tool is. I have lots of videos on foiling, and I think a playlist is even on the front of my channel. So if you scroll down on my channel, you'll see some foiling videos. But to change this to foiling, you go to Operation and go down to Foil. And I usually like to do foil in bold, but I don't know. You might want to do fine. And I would do the fuchsia. That's just me. Let me zoom in. Because these are really fine pieces, I think I would do fine. But you have to attach it. Even if you're just doing the pen or whatever you're doing, you have to attach it. So what I do is I cover the whole thing and attach it. And now it's ready with your new letter. All right. Jamie just gave you a list of foiling videos there. Or a video on foiling, I'm not sure. Okay, so let's have some fun. You hear our chairs rolling over. Okay, first we'll show you what these are. Oh, and this one has a flower in it. This is a mum from Design Space. But I like these boxes because they fold in, so they're really nice. This hexagon I added in there, it doesn't fit. I made that one too small. But I like it that it does that. And you can make other flowers, like this mum, and put it on the top. Isn't that pretty? Like, this was just a test cut for me. So I might do it in another color, but I just think that's kind of cool. I also made this poinsettia, which we're going to do this one today. And I want to ask you, I think the tops of these would be really pretty with flowers. Here's another one. It has cutout hearts. That's just made out of solid paper. Oh, and I made that one. I cheated on my pictures. I only made one box out of this paper. Isn't that so pretty? And then I put this on there too. But this would be pretty with a flower on top. See how pretty that is? And there are other flowers. I was thinking next Tuesday, do you want me to do a video with things that you could put on the boxes, like flowers? Even if you don't want to do a box, you'll learn, we're going to do this one today, but we can learn how to do a few different kinds of flowers that you could put on a gift or something. And maybe some sentiments, like you could glue some sentiments to the top. You could also, like on this one, I was playing around with these. I cut these out. Like, you could add layers to it. And you could add just a sentiment to the top of this. I mean, it's just, the possibilities are endless. There's just so much you can do. So this one was done with this paper, and that's the other side of the paper. And this one, this is double-sided paper, so that's the inside. Okay, yes, you guys want that. I wanted to do more for tonight, but I'm like, I didn't have time. So I have extra lids. So, oh yeah. First I made a lid that was too small. This was my test one. And then I made this one that was too big. And then my third one was just right. Okay, so today, remember, put your questions in all caps so we can see them. I also figured out it's also easier to put them together with this and glue. So I'm using Barely Art Glue and this. And I wanted to show you, there's a link in the description. Oh, I don't know if there is a link. I don't remember if the supplies got listed in the description. If it's not there now, it will be. This is the tape that this came from. I just wanted to show you the brand because I just opened
Debbie
this.
says you can use an embossing folder for it later.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yes. Thanks for saying that, Debbie. Because look, do you guys remember we made this last year or the year before? I don't know what year I made it, but it's been sitting around here for a long time because it's so pretty. So this box we made and is available in my projects. I cut this lid out of watercolor paper. So this was watercolor paper, and I debossed it with the maker. And then I took a watercolor markers and kind of traced inside where it debossed, and then I used a water brush. There is a video on this, but I was thinking we could do the same thing with these lids. You could put a design on it. This design is from Design Space. It's a tile made for vinyl. But like I said, it doesn't, people ask me, well, how do you know what materials the images are for? They're for anything your heart desires. You can make them into anything. So we could deboss the whole thing and watercolor it if you wanted to.
What type of paper are you using?
Everything is Cricut paper that I've used. Today we're putting it together with this one. This is Cricut paper. This came from the same pack as this one. We did this on Tuesday. It is not available anymore. So you either have to have it or you don't. But it came from the same paper pack as this. If you missed Tuesday's video, this holds, I took the cash out. This holds gift cards or cash in this little pocket. All right. Okay, let's start with the bottom of this. And this has score lines. I'm just going to go around and score it everywhere. First, I'm going to score all the big pieces. And I can kind of read your chat when I'm doing this part. And Alex, if I miss a good question, like you did what kind of paper, let me know. Just ask me. Okay, so now 3 of these have 2 score lines here. One here and one here, and then one here.
The next, we don't know. Will they be having new cardstock designs for 2022?
I don't know. They do have lots of new things coming in 2022, so make sure you're subscribed to my channel to see everything new that's coming. I don't know yet what's coming, but I do know they're going to tell me when it's time. Okay, and this one. Oh, and I forgot, I was going to try to have this prepared a little bit. I completely forgot. I was going to try to put some of the tape on it. That just gives us more time to chat. And remember, we're trying to add timestamps to the video descriptions. So if you're here and you need to skip to the end, let's say you're watching the replay and you just forgot how to put the lid together, you can skip to that part in the video. Not right now yet, but yes, this is cardstock. Cardstock is my favorite thing to use. It's really satisfying, at least for me, to use cardstock. Now I'm going to the other ones. It has a score line here and one here on each side. But, hold on, let me see something. Yeah, I always fold these the wrong way, so it's okay if you fold them the wrong way. These get folded up a little instead of the other way. And I don't know if I did any of these wrong. I did. So these get folded up. But if you do it wrong, it's okay too. You'll figure it out when you put it together. I did it wrong on all of them. Yes, please ask questions. It's the one way to learn, and it helps other people learn, especially people that are watching the replay that cannot ask questions.
You may have a question that someone didn't know they had.
Right. Okay, so now I'm laying it like this, kind of flat. And I am going to put this, it's double-sided adhesive, on all of these pieces here that are sticking out. Can you see how that is? It has like a long tab here, kind of. What we're going to do is we're going to put adhesive there, and then we're going to tape this up like that all the way around. But I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive on it first. And this is 1/4 inch adhesive. And you have to use scissors. You can use glue, but I'm going to, I like put it on this side. The glue like seemed to take forever to dry so it would hold well. So then I'm like, I got the tape out. I'm using the tape. And the tape was so much faster. Takes a minute to put it on, but I didn't have to hold it forever. I don't have patience for that. And my problem is getting it on straight.
It is red line tape.
Yes. Well, Redline might be a certain brand, but it's the same. This is the brand I'm using right now. I was using a different one. Oh, this one. And it might be a different brand because the middle is so big. I'm not sure. Yeah, you can use glue on top of the tape. And when I do the lid, I actually use the glue and the tape because I get a better stick all the way because the tape's not as wide. Although I do have wider tape, but you just don't always get it on perfectly. Okay, got one more section. And how big can you make this box? I'm going to put this one up here because of the way it's cut at the bottom. I think it's almost as big as you can make it. Unless you slice it and make it bigger and do it on 2 mats. Because this almost takes up a whole mat. Okay, so now I'm going to, you know what, I didn't fold this down on these pieces. Fold the top down, okay. Trying to think if it's better to put the tape on those. No. Yeah, you know what, okay, so I put the tape on these 3 pieces, 6 pieces. We're gonna flip it over, and now I'm gonna put the tape on these parts up here with the tabs.
I put a link in the description for the tape. Not the description, in the comments, in the chat, where it's all the wrong ones.
Now I am putting these on. Yeah. Yes. I was making sure that I'm putting it on the right way. Now, I think I'm going to use glue on these too. So I don't have to do 2 rows of tape. I'll put glue at the top of this so it holds down better at the edge. And then on the other ones we are using glue. Okay. Now we're going to turn it back over. I'm going to take the red piece off, and then it's sticky. And I'm going to bend this so this part is underneath this, and we're going to put those up. One way to do it, if it's real sticky and you're not sure yet, if you pull, see how I'm pulling this with my left hand? If you kind of pull that down and just line up your edge so the edges meet the edge, and then you can push that down once you think you have it straight. See? And it's also good, now this part's a little difficult, I can't remember to do it. It's easier later on when you have this in there, especially with the lid, it's more easier. Maybe it is just the lid, I don't think it matters with this as much. Okay, so we're just going to go around and do that to all of them. So I'm going to take this red part off, and if I can't get it off, sometimes the scissors help me, or a weeding tool or something. You can just use glue, but I did just use glue on a few of them. Most of them, actually, except for one or two. And I found out it was so much easier. With the glue, I was messing up here and it wouldn't hold. I would have to like really hold this really good for a few minutes before I go on to the next one. Okay, so I'm gonna, and remember, sometimes that will get stuck on the outside. You need it on the inside of that. And if you hold that down a little bit, you're not kind of stuck totally. Kind of line it up. Then I'm going to let it go inside with my finger holding it together, and then it moved, but it wasn't stuck yet. And then kind of stick it and then go inside. I'm just pushing it with my finger inside. Get that red line off. Janet says she watched a video on my Airbnb.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
I do have an Airbnb with crafting stuff in there. You may find this paper in there. I have the Cricut Maker 3. I have the Explorer 3 if you want it. I have the Joy. I have a Maker.
To use, not to keep.
Yes, to use while you're there. And then paper and glue and red line tape, mug press. And you get some mugs in your gift basket. Infusible ink.
Lots of stuff.
Yes, there's paper trimmers, there's stamps, there's ink for stamps, there's blending tools. Okay, now we're on our last one here. Now I'm going to fold this one down, make sure I can get this straight, and then kind of let it go. Yes, and a golf cart to drive. Gail was there. Shirley Bain was there. I don't see Shirley tonight. She might be getting ready for Christmas. Okay, so we're almost done with our box. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pull, let me get this.
Machine, yes.
Yes, the big Empress machine is there with lots of folders.
What would you, how about, this is a question for chat, not really for us because we don't really sell anything. What would you suggest selling those for at a craft fair?
These boxes?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys can answer that question.
Yeah, I knew that wasn't going to be a question for her to answer.
I don't sell anything, so I don't have that answer. And you guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm just trying to pull off the red piece. Sorry. So I pulled off the first red piece of the top area, and now I also want to add glue to it. So I'm going to add glue above at the very top of it because it didn't have tape there, and I want the top to be glued down. Can you kind of see where the glue and the tape is? And then we're going to push this down, and these little tabs, we want those to flip up, but we're going to push this down in the center and then push out. So it will look like that. So the little tabs are going over into the next section. Does that make sense? I'm going to do this one. I'm going to push this in here. So I'm laying it down so I can get the red part of the tape off. And then I'm going to put glue. Trying to get this so you can see it. Just at the very top. I'm not going to worry about the glue for the tabs, but just the very top. So when this is pushed down, it has a nice fold right there and it's stuck to the box. Okay, so now I'm going to push this down, make sure these tabs are sticking out so they're not folded under. If it does fold under on one, you're okay. It's still going to be fine. But, so now the tabs are over here on these other ones. And now we're going to skip to the other one. So we're doing every other one. We still have these other things that we're going to do last.
Does this fit in there?
No.
No.
These will not hold a mug. Well, I'm just going to take this off. This one has 2 layers of red line, so I'm not going to use glue.
What about stackable mug? I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think that will fit. Okay, I've got to stick this inside. So I like to fold it down here and then go to the outer edge. So now we have all the ones down that we had red line tape on, and they all have tabs on the other side. Juanita says the tape would work better because of the foil on the box. No. It works better because just because it's cardstock. The foil has nothing to do with why I'm taping it. Even with the cardstock, it worked much better. But for these pieces, I'm just putting glue on the whole tab. Make sure I have it on the front edge, the top edge, and then we're going to fold this down. And we have to fold this a little bit. You could put a little tape on this to kind of hold it. But yeah, you can put treats in here. You could put cookies, brownies, candy. You could do jewelry.
It's not a liquid tape. Is it?
No. This is glue I'm using. So what the white stuff is glue. So now I'm going to put glue here. You didn't realize what?
You switched to glue. I thought you were still using glue.
No, for these I'm using glue. Yeah, Nightbot shared a link to the glue, but I'm using the Barely Art glue. It's at the same link. Art glitter glue is good too, but it can't be shipped in the winter. Would hot glue work? If you put it on very lightly, it might, I don't know, hot glue is kind of thick. If you do it really lightly, possibly. I wouldn't choose. I guess because I'm questioning. I don't know. Because I'm questioning. I don't know. Hot glue would not be my choice. All right, we're done with the box. Except for we have this piece too. I think this fits in the lid though. So now we have to make the lid. Okay. Now we're using the same paper for the lid. And I am going to fold all these in at this point. Thank you guys for reminding people to thumbs up. Okay, so now these have tabs. Every other one has a tab here, down here, and then the other ones have tabs here. And then they all have a score line here. I'm gonna go around and do these score lines because I don't remember which way the tabs go because one of them go another way. But it doesn't matter because every single lid I made, I folded them the wrong way first on all of them. So if you fold it the wrong way, it's okay. It still works. You just fold it the other way. Okay, I gotta remember what we're doing first. Okay, so this one is gonna be folded in. So the ones that have the tabs closest to the bigger part, closest to the middle, those are gonna fold in. So I'm just gonna go around, it's every other area. Okay, and then, so those will fold in like that, and then this will fold down like that, and so this will go here. Now, if you didn't understand what I just said, don't worry. Keep watching. You'll see me. So I'm going around and folding these up. And sometimes they're in the way when they're folded up, so you might want to fold them down until you get to them. It's not a big deal there. No. Okay, I just remembered. So we're going to use red line tape on these tabs. So just these little tabs inside here that fold this together, because so many times I did not wait for it to dry and it was a mess. So we want to do that.
Huh? How to make a box, make the box in Design Space. You can see the box in Design Space in the beginning of the video.
Yeah. So I share my projects with people who support my channel for only $2. They get 1,000 projects, more than 1,000. I lost my tape. So for only $2, it's so much easier than trying to make your own. Even if I showed you how, you're not going to get the designs, and then I don't make any money from showing you how. I do show how to do so many things in my Cricut Design Space classes, but believe me, it's so much easier just to grab my file. You can cancel that $2 at absolutely any time. You don't have to pay monthly.
Also, how long did it take you to design this?
Yes, it took me a long time to design it. And cutting and recutting and redesigning. Believe me, you don't want to design it. I don't even think I could tell you how to design it. Just because I changed it so many times. I don't get paid for these videos, so that Patreon support, that $2 helps out, so I can keep creating more designs and doing videos for you. And so I can help on Facebook. I help on Facebook and answer emails and messages. I'm going to say 24/7.
Yeah, pretty much, because you'll wake up in the middle of the night. Oh, I got messages I gotta read.
I do. And
believe it.
I wake up in the middle of the night and let people in my Facebook groups and approve their posts.
I know, because you tell me.
I don't sleep a solid 8 hours. And Alex, I annoy Alex a lot.
We'll try to watch TV. I'll try to watch TV. Nope. She's like, oh, do you want to watch a movie? Yeah, sure. 5 minutes in. What happened? Are you serious? Yeah, who are those people? Well, if you weren't on your phone, I know she's working.
And I'm like, I had to answer a question. You know, sometimes people have a question and they're in the middle of a project and they need help.
They can wait 5 minutes.
Movie's not over in 5 minutes.
But you would have learned what happened in 5 minutes. Or you could be like, hey, pause for a second. But then a movie would be 4 hours long.
Okay, now I'm taking the tape off, and I'm putting these corners back inside. So these that have the little tabs in, it's easier because the sides would come apart sometimes, like here. Gotta hold that in there. When you put in these tabs here, you want this tab to also be in, like this. Can you see that? See the 2 tabs? There's one here that has the red line tape. I didn't take off the red part yet. And then this tab. You kind of want them intertwined. We're not gluing the top one. We're only gluing this tab right here, or taping it. And then we're going to hold that. But it's easier in the next step if this is all ready to be folded in. Oh, I could never silence my phone.
Yeah.
What if there was an emergency?
From who?
Maybe somebody at the Airbnb.
My number is the next on the list.
Yeah, if you stay at the Airbnb, you got our cell phone numbers. Both of ours. Okay, so I'm taking, is this the last one? Yep. Taking the red top part off. And then I'm going to fold this in. And I didn't fold this one in. And we're lining that up and folding it. Okay, so next, we're putting red line tape on here. We probably should have done that before. But I'm doing it how I did my others. And thought, oh, when I do this on the live, I'll tell them to do this before they put that part together. So now the pieces without tabs are the last thing we're going to do, and we're going to use glue on those. Just like we did the box, the pieces with the tabs on the outside, we're going to put glue on those. You could do that, or we're going to put tape, I'm sorry. You could have done that before we folded this up. So because I did that, it might be harder to see. I'm just going to cut some tape and put it on. It's hard to put on when the box is part laid together. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to put on some tape and then also some glue. Putting on the tape so it will stay down. So we don't have to continue to hold it. Got one more piece. So your best part would be to put this glue on all across the whole tabs before you put it together. So I'm going to take this off. Okay, and that has tape. That has like a red line tape on it that I ripped it off. There we go, I got it. And I'm gonna add glue to the tabs for sure, and to the top of this. And then we're gonna push this down, and I'm kind of pulling these tabs out because you don't want those tabs to close in. You want them to do the same thing as the other one. So you're pushing this down, and then you have a tab on your next section. Okay. And I'm going to take the red part off. So we have the sticky tape, and then I'm putting glue on the tab along the top. Oh, I also forgot to tell you, get that out of there. We're doing this for my crop on Tuesday night. So I have a virtual crop. It's the 4th Tuesday of the month on Tuesdays from 8 to 10. And it's about 2 hours, and we do a project together, but you can actually work on anything you want to work on. Oh, I forgot to put the glue in. So I thought it'd be fun to do these boxes, especially if you have trouble or need help or anything. You can do this along with me. You can pick any box you want. And then we all share what we made during the crop. Or if you make it ahead of time, you can share what you make. I do 2 giveaways of $25 each during the crop. And to be in the crop, you have to support my channel on Patreon for $5. So, is that full? Yeah. So now I'm going to put glue on the other 3 tabs, one at a time, and make sure you put it along this top edge really well. Because that's the part that's folded down, and that's covering up the tabs that are there. Yes, colors are the hardest to choose.
Colors, fonts.
Oh, and I also want to say, so if you support for $5 on Patreon, you also get all my files. Any way of support of $2 or more get all of my projects. But for the $5, you also get into the crop where we Zoom together. But if you support for even only $2 or only 99 cents here on YouTube, you get into my daily crafting Zoom. I'm not always in there, but I was in there the other night putting some of these boxes together. I think I put 3 of these boxes together, or maybe not. Maybe I just did the one because I was testing it. I had to keep redoing the lid. But there was like 6 or 7, 8 people in there crafting, where you can go in there and meet new people, meet new friends, especially if you don't have anyone to craft with. If you're alone on the holidays, there might be somebody in there. And if you have trouble with some things, they're so helpful in there. They're helping people. I couldn't believe how fast they're crafting. Like they say an idea they want to do, and then like it's done. They do it so fast. I'm like, I take so long to make my projects. No, you do not have to clean your craft room before you're on Zoom. You do not have to get dressed. You do have to wear clothing and not be nude. But you can come in your pajamas. Your craft room can be a mess. Everyone's craft room is a mess. Right, Alex? If you look around, you see a mess. And then just make sure these are all. Now, if you don't want the inside to be the other side of the paper, this one's just white, I also have this in the file that you can cut that will fit inside. Or you could also cut this out of another paper if you wanted. Oh, I also wanted to show you, with these, there is a piece in there you could cut with acetate if you don't want any holes, or you could cut with another color. I'm just gonna stick this in there, it doesn't fit. But you could cut out another color to put in there if you wanted to. If you wanted it completely closed. Yay, Lynn got her balloon pin. If you support at $15 or more, you get enamel pins. They're personalized pins. They have my signature on the back, and then they're just different ones. The next one is the Cricut mug pen. Okay, now we have to do the poinsettia. So let's make sure this fits. There we go. And I like it because it's a nice gift box. It has the nice edge around that. You can, I didn't cut the extra piece, but you can, there is a piece that will also fit inside here. You could put a message on this. You could put a message on the front. You can put a bow on it. You can put a flower on it. I think this looks more like a bow than a flower, but it's a mum. You can put the poinsettia on it. I did use pearl paper with this. That is no longer available. Okay, let's do the poinsettia. Poinsettia is not too hard. I did use a little foam tape with the poinsettia.
Do you need that?
I really just need a teeny bit. Do you want to just cut like if you cut off a 1/2 inch, that's too much. So just cut off a 1/2 inch and I'll cut from there.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to measure it, so.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay. I cut out an extra one, so I have extra pieces here. Okay, so the red pieces and the green pieces are exactly the same. And then we have this little gold for the center. And all of these work the same. So you put a little dot of glue here, and then you glue that there. And then you can bend this either way. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. If you guys have questions about anything, please put them in the chat. Because I gotta hold this for a second so I can read the chat while we do that.
Has anyone made the pop-up pineapple card in design space?
No, not yet.
I can't figure out the top part of the pineapple, so if anyone has done that, Kim in the chat is asking. Did they do away with all pearl paper?
There might be one set that is a sampler set in there, but I know they did away with the separate colors.
Almost looks like lips on those.
It does, doesn't it? Look like lips there.
Yeah.
I'm doing this without even looking. I'm like... The reason you glue these together is because you can make them like bend a little better, like they're not just flat. This is the bottom one because the circle in the center is solid. And I just realized I just put glue on both of those. So I better hold it down. And I put way too much glue. It's gooping out. But that's okay because we won't see it anyway. Marion Matthews, welcome! You can now get into my crafting Zoom and you have a badge next to your name. And you can use my emojis. Yes, Jamie. Jamie says Miss Rita did a video on the pineapple card. Sorry, Jamie, I haven't been looking at my chat, at my messages. Okay, and then one more leaf. So we're putting, see how there's a little tab? That little half circle? We're putting glue on that half circle and then folding this over to glue, and then I'm holding it for the glue to dry. This is the leaves for the poinsettia. And I think I'm going to make this a little thicker by using foam tape in between, which I didn't think of until I was halfway done on that flower. So we're going to add a little more. What is the size of the inside of the box? I don't know. Let me, can you measure it, Alex? Here's a ruler. Like measure how deep it is and across.
Just it's about 3 inches.
About 3 inches tall, deep.
Yeah, deep.
That's the inside. That's not including the lid. That's what fits inside.
And about 4 1/4
Across diameter.
from flat side to flat side.
Yeah. So about 4 1/4 across. Getting glue
But you
everywhere.
can't get like that all the way because there's.
Yeah. Because it's a hexagon.
Yeah.
So 5 1/2 or 5 3/8 would not fit. So the green and the red pieces are exactly the same pieces. So we're just doing the same thing to all of them. And I'm getting glue all over because I have glue all over my fingers. Okay, now here's the last one. So if you've missed it, here it is. Yaba, welcome. You are a gold Melodiette. So you get all the files and everything too. You also get to chat in my member only chat on Fridays.
But not tomorrow.
Yeah, except for tomorrow. Okay, so now we have these all glued. This is the bottom one. Where's my stick? I'm using my sticks from the when I made the Christmas tree. This one still has glue on it. I'm just not gonna worry about that. I'm just gonna bend this, just barely curling it. I'm not putting much pressure at all to kind of curl it down a little bit. And then I am going to, I have this piece of foam tape. Alex, I lost my scissors. That's because you took them.
You gave them.
I'm just going to take a little bit and put on the center just to pop it up a little. If I can get it on there.
Yeah, no, tomorrow and Saturday she's off. From videos, at least.
I'll still be around. Okay, and then I'm gonna put the other leaves on top of that, just turn them in a way. And then I'm gonna use that foam, and I'm just cutting just little pieces. I'm gonna cut a little bigger piece. It'll be hidden by the time I do it. And I'm gonna put another one in going this way. You can stick them however you want to do them. Oh, I didn't bend these. I want to bend these a little. I bent that one up more. So it gives it a little more dimension, so it's not right on top of that other one. And then I'm going to put these. I'm going to put these on last because they're smaller. So I think they would be at the top, the way poinsettias work. And I'm going to flip these down just a little. And I'm going to use the foam tape. Doesn't need to be that big. Then I'm gonna stick this on. And then foam tape it again. I did not do this for that one, but I kind of want it thicker. For that one I used mostly glue. I'm gonna lay this here and see where this is gonna lay. Oh, no, I think I want it this way. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one this way. Oh, I forgot to take off the top. And I have all this left over. Well, I will use one more piece. And I'm also going to put glue on the bottom of this. And stick that there. And then a little north. Welcome, Tamra. You guys are awesome.
Tamara?
Oh, Tamara. Sorry. I just glanced up. If you guys go to my channel and click on community, you can see the post that you can see for your level of support. If you upgrade to the $4.99 level, you can see a lot more. Why is this not sticking? And then we have these little gold pieces cut out of pearl paper. And I did not bend these all. You know what? I'm going to bend some of these up a little. And then this, I like it on this one. And I could put this there and put this here, or I could just do this. You can put it anywhere you want. I have not stuck anything onto them, but you can just glue it or use some foam tape if you want it up higher. And I also, for this one, I also made a tag. It is the exact same tag as this. I copied and pasted it to that file. So I also made a tag like this. If you wanted to do this and put a ribbon on it hanging off here, I would glue it underneath the poinsettia, the ribbon, and then put that on there. But isn't that a nice box? Now, I really like this box. I love this box. This box is completely free shapes. There's nothing added to it. It's only the paper. But this is a nice box for anyone to sit on their dresser, to put things in. You know, I just think they're cool boxes. You could put potpourri or some essential oils or something in this with the holes. This one is great for Valentine's Day. This would be pretty with a flower on it. Or you could even put a sentiment. You could foil something on the top. You could use watercolor paper and paint something on it. You can stick that on there. And I love this one too. Now this one was intricate. So first time I did this, it did not work out so well, so I made it bigger. I made the roses a little bigger and it did cut better for me that time. So you might want to use for this one, use the deep point blade because it's a finer point. I did not use that one and I should have. But I love this one. And you can always put, I'm just going to stick this in there. You can put paper behind it, or you can put acetate behind it if you don't want it to have holes. You could put glitter paper behind it. Isn't that fun? Like, I really like these boxes. And I like my glue, so I'm going to put my point on it.
You put the pin in the glue.
I did.
Yay.
I remembered. Here's a shout out to
Uh-oh. That's not right.
this channel.
We already shouted you out.
Wow.
There we go.
Sort of.
All right. Yeah, that flower is pretty. It's a mum. It was very hard to figure out how to put together. I messaged somebody at Cricut. Do you know how to do this? And then she gave me the handbook. I'm like, oh, I forgot about the handbooks. Back in the day, before Design Space, that's where this came from. They had handbooks to show you how to put things together, and that helped me. So Tuesday, I'll make some flowers, and we'll put some flowers together. And do you guys want me to show you how to put this together?
That looks incredibly difficult.
It's really not. You gotta fold it over and glue it, and then you gotta roll it. And I didn't use any hot glue. Like when I roll flowers, I'm like, you have to use hot glue. I didn't use any. I was just plain. I did use to make this one, these tweezers. This does not go on the end of that. That's for the pointy tool. We put it on the pointy tool.
I wasn't sure what it was for.
These are reverse tweezers. When these first came out, when Cricut got these out, people hated them because they're not used to them. I like them better too. And what I use them for, like you have to push here in order to open it. Now other tweezers are like you have to push to hold it, right? Yeah. You have to push to hold it. So these are reverse tweezers and people just weren't used to them. But when you push it, you have all this room there that when you let it go, it holds it. So I had to put these on at the beginning when I started making the flower, and you'll see me do it on Tuesday. I had to put this on there to glue the rest of it. I couldn't hold it all. Possibly I'll use my red tape. That might work better.
Yeah.
That's probably what I need. Because that glue in this was hard. That's why I didn't do that flower tonight. I said I don't have time to do all that. Okay, and these boxes will be great for all next year. You'll be able to do them for Mother's Day, for Valentine's Day, for St. Patrick's Day. Anytime you want to give somebody some little treats or a gift, small gift.
But a gift.
A thank you gift. You could put thank you on the top.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
I want to read it. Yes, a mom demo. Yes, you can use craft board for these. Yes. Okay, they all want mom demos. Okay, we'll do the mom on Tuesday.
The mum.
The mum.
Are mums short for mummy because it looks like it's like a mummy raveled.
Wrapped? I don't think actual mums look like that. Mums. Yeah, so I think it kind of looks more like a bow than a mum, but it's called a mum. Okay, I'm just going through and reading your chat is what I'm doing. So we want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Put your hat on.
It's tight.
You can wear it for a few minutes, can't he?
Can't he?
Can't he? I'm asking them. No, the pink bow, the mum that we're talking about is not one of my files. It is in Design Space. It is in Access. Oh, look, he has a deer. It's a doe. A female deer. Finish the song.
That's a song?
A doe, a deer, a female deer. It's from The Sound of Music. You know, one of my favorite movies that you hate.
Is it from A Christmas Story?
No.
Because that's
The Sound of Music, the movie.
The sound, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have no idea.
Because you refused to watch that with me.
I've seen it once and I didn't like it.
Yeah. 'Cause
Just
you're a
like that
little
one
boy.
with the little girl with the umbrella. I don't like that one either. Yeah. Annie?
Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins, yeah.
He doesn't know the difference of Annie and Mary Poppins. I have failed as a mother.
I don't like Annie either, whatever that is.
I recorded that. They did a live version on TV the other night.
You can watch it all by yourself.
A ray, a golden drop of sun.
Is that part of the song?
ray,
I would have no
Yes,
idea.
they're singing for me.
That's good because you can't.
Can't sing at all. See, they're all saying Ray, a drop of golden sun.
Stop.
Yeah, it's singing the scales, which, you guys, I am completely tone deaf. Me, a name I call myself.
That doesn't sound like a good song.
I love that song. And my favorite things, I love all that music. Fa, a long, long way to run.
Stop. I don't like Mary Poppins.
I'm waiting for more lines. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. See, they're learning, that song is learning the things.
Show. Thank you. Thank
What?
you, Crafty Nana.
What'd she say?
You just go to the bottom right there. Right, the mouse is on it.
Oh, I don't like Mary either, stupid. Oh, Mary Poppins.
Yeah. Did they teach me what? No.
Volade, whatever.
No.
I don't remember it.
Never. The thing that I remember from school, which I will never understand, is doing the do-si-do or whatever.
Oh, see, I never had to do that.
That was
Square
stupid.
dancing.
Square dancing. I was like, why do we have to do this in PE? This is the dumbest thing.
So, a needle pulling thread. Debbie, I got ya. She hypoed it, but...
What is that?
That's part of the song.
That's not a
So
song.
is part of the folly dotting whatever. And so to remember it, sew a needle pulling thread.
Yeah, no. I don't ever want to watch any of that.
It's teaching you do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
What is that?
That's the scales and music.
Oh,
Like
yeah, don't care. I have no singing.
do, re, mi, fa,
Yeah, stop.
si, la, ti, do. I sing so badly.
Okay, that I understand. You doing it, I did not understand. You just say like all on one monotone, just do, re, mi, whatever.
Do, I don't know. I'd have to read it. La, a, no, tu, fa, lo, so.
Stop! I'm not gonna sing along.
We are not a musical family whatsoever. It's scales and
how
music.
I get okay. Why? Like why is that? Who came up with?
Do, re, mi, fa, si, la, ti, do.
That's
I
wrong.
don't know.
But like, why? Why is that
It's
the
a
thing?
way to learn, probably.
A terrible way.
No, you don't know it otherwise.
That's true. But like, why? That's gonna make it harder for me to learn some other language.
Oh yeah, tea, a drink with jam and bread.
Maybe orange juice.
That will bring us back to dough. See, you guys know it. Oh, I love a few of my favorite things. You guys can tell I can't sing. If you guys followed us on the way to Las Vegas 2 years ago,
It was technically
my car has karaoke where you can sing, and it has the words on the screen, but I have to sing the words. And so I sang, and it was very bad. I didn't care, and I was singing loud.
Very loud. I wanted to shut off the video so bad. I was just like,
it was a video on his channel.
it was
Weird
so
Adventures.
cringy. I don't think you can listen to it anymore because I got copyrighted.
Yeah, because
They had to, like,
we
mute
just
our
kept
videos.
playing lots of music
Yeah.
that was totally not, it was totally copyrighted music.
Yeah.
But we were having fun. We didn't care. So when you do things that have copyright, you just don't get any monetization from the video. And we didn't care. We weren't doing it to make money. We were doing it to have fun with you guys.
Okay.
All right. We're going to let you guys go. We had fun with you at the end. Had fun making it. And remember, if you make my projects and share them on Facebook with the hashtag Melody Lane Inspired, you get entered to win $25 every week. All right. Love you guys. Thanks for being here, and make sure you have a safe holiday weekend. Merry Christmas to everybody celebrating Christmas. I love you guys, and I'll see you. I might pop in my crafting Zoom on Christmas. I might. I don't know for sure, but I could pop in. Maybe I'll work on some flowers for Tuesday. It's not stuck in her brain.